in the beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment. Final four, man. Before we get into our predictions, some game breakdown, what are your thoughts on the Final Four? Some big stories you guys are looking forward to and whatnot. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm interested to see how bad Broom's injury is, because I understand he came back in a game, but then he hit that 3 when he came back, but like he still wasn't moving that arm. So I'm just interested to see how healthy he'll be at game time.
I'm trying to see how Houston really plays. I know they're going to be super excited because this is in San Antonio. They wanted to go to the Final Four when it was in Houston not too long ago. So I just want to see how Houston really comes out this game.
Yeah, lucky I don't got my Carolina stuff. I want to see Houston win. That's what I want to see. I want to see Houston win. I'm tired of all this Duke shit. Like, I want to see Houston win. I want to see Duke lose. That way Florida can win. So I'm really interested to see how well, because Houston is really, really good and they really can beat Duke. So I want Houston to motherfucking win.
Is it that you just want Houston to win? Because again, we come back to this part of there's really no reason to hate this Duke team besides, like, I don't even know why you hate this Duke team. Like, if this wasn't a Duke team, this would be one of his favorite teams of all time. Like, if the only thing that's separating him from not liking this Duke team is that they're Duke. If this literally was a team, like, if this was a Georgia team with the same players, this would be his favorite team of the year.
First of all, my favorite team is probably between St. John's and Florida, because St. John's just plays super duper hard. But
they have no offense.
I don't like nobody.
Duke team plays super hard.
Yeah, but they don't play that hard.
And you know what player you would really like too? Con Knipple would be like your favorite player.
Con is my boy. I told you that.
Con is like, oh no, Con, yo, he's nice. I'm telling y'all, he's nice. Like,
but when y'all start saying like they can beat my Tyus Jones Duke team, that's the only Duke team I ever say my with. Like, but that is nice because Tyus was OD. Like, seriously.
I'm just saying they have a chance. They definitely have a chance in that game. You're acting like, I don't know. But what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the Golden versus Pearl matchup. Golden used to be his Dobo, so that's very interesting. Obviously, it's a rematch. But now the Duke Houston game is interesting to me. I'm not gonna get really that much into it, but let's get right into it. We have Auburn versus the Gators. Last time the Gators played Auburn, they won by a lot. They were down 15-5 at the beginning in Auburn. Looked like Auburn might go run it away, and then they proceeded to blow Auburn out at home without Elijah Martin. What are your don't give your predictions. What are your thoughts on this game, Mike? And then we'll go in order.
I think Auburn has looked really good as of late, and then Florida just had that scare. And I think that Florida scare versus Texas Tech, I don't know what it's going to do, but it's going to do something to that team, and they're going to beat Auburn, and there's going to be no revenge. That Tech, if they had a blowout if they blew Texas Tech out, then maybe it's different. But I think that close game gives them some kind of motivation that they needed extra. They probably didn't even need it, but.
True. I'm thinking for me, honestly, like Walter Clayton Tim, and I can't like pick past him or like think past this game any type of way, because I know that they'll go in a drought really quickly and he'll quickly get 5 quick points. The team rallies around him too quickly. And then from there, I just know that Walter Clayton and that team will just run it up, honestly.
That's Walter Clayton right there. Walter Clayton. And I just think the guards are just better right there. They're better. I think the bigs, though, they're going to have to play better than they did against Texas Tech. Because the bigs play that soft again against Auburn, they're going to lose. I don't give a fuck how many guards you have. You play soft and do all of that, besides the last couple minutes of the game where Thomas Hawk looked like a first-round draft pick. They were playing bad all around. They were getting out rebounded. They were getting out tough. They can't have another stinker like that. But I do agree with Mike. Like, I feel like that was a shot that they needed, shot in the arm that they needed, and I think they're gonna pull away.
So you guys don't feel like the UConn game didn't wake them up? Like when they almost lost to that, they probably should have lost to UConn. I'm not gonna lie. They also they pop. What'd you say?
I said it did wake them up. Look what they did to Maryland the next game.
I mean, but Maryland was dealing with stuff like we know what we all knew Maryland was like.
No, we didn't all know that.
And you get in Texas Tech, like you're saying, they're playing soft. They're getting to the people are getting to the rim easily. I don't know why they're getting so easily to the rim. I don't know. Florida's been scaring me. They're almost playing too nonchalant, like too carefree. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's just coaching or if that's just how they play.
It's like they know they better than everybody, so they kind of just like nonchalantly playing and they feeling like they can come back. They're not gonna be able to do that against Auburn, so they got to come out with some fire. I hope Todd Golden go in and fucking light their ass up because
you felt like you could do that against Texas Tech. They had to hit 4 straight threes. I said you felt like you could do that against Texas Tech. Like we're just that much better than Texas Tech. We can bullshit and win.
I mean, if you really think about it, like they are that much better than Texas Tech, clearly. But like, I don't know. They should have lost that motherfucking game. Like, and I cashed out on my parlay and lost. I'm so sick. But they literally they came back in 2 minutes and 29 seconds. 18-4. Like, you're clearly way better than me. Like, clearly. To end the game.
I don't know if you're way better or if you just have Walter Clayton on your team.
Thomas Hawk hit 6 points and
he hit a clutch three. He hit that one clutch three.
No, 2. He hit 2. He hit one on the right wing, one on the left.
But we know why they came back. Walter Clayton.
Nah, I mean he hit.
And then Texas Tech consistently got open looks. They just missed, even when they were supposed to tie it up. Because Williams got a wide open look at the top of the key. I mean, he just missed. He got 2 wide open looks. Actually, I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, they definitely got to fix some holes defensively. Like you said, too many people are just blowing right by y'all. I don't think the rim protection is there like it was at the beginning of the year. But I do think they'll be ready to play. Hopefully the guards have clearly came to motherfucking play. Now, I will say back to James' point a little bit. I think that this Florida team might even be better without Elijah Martin on the court sometimes because he makes such dumb plays. Like if he, like I said earlier in one of the pods, if he would have went to Michigan, oh my God, that would have just set them up perfectly because he's kind of what they need. He kind of hinders Florida. Like it's like he can really elevate them to another level, but he can also drag them down to a level where your ass got to sit because you're turning the ball over too much and you're just checking up shots. Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Lately, I've been watching this Auburn team. I don't know. They just look like, and then Pettiford comes in and it just gives them an extra boost. Their defense down low, Wakawa, Broom has turned it up a notch. Now the Broom injury does scare me, but Broom, I was like, okay, this is not the national player of the year. I mean, I still think it should be Cooper, but the last 2 games, Janiah Broom has been Janiah Broom. He's been hooping. Like, I thought he was going to have a bad game against the 2-footers on Michigan. He killed them by himself.
Yeah.
Then he was killing against the Michigan bigs. I don't know. Janiah Broom seems like he's on a mission, but like you guys said, he was holding the arm. I mean, he did hit that 1-3. But he was just moving real funny. I heard he's not practicing for the next 2 days. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. That's the only thing that scares me. But I don't know. Todd Pettiford, Denver Jones, and Baker Mazzara has really upped their game in the last couple of games. So, and they look like they're back defensively. But anyways, let's get into the predictions. Who do you guys – it seems like we know who you guys are picking, but who you guys pick to win this game?
I got Florida.
I got Florida.
I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'm not gonna do this unanimous BS where we get clipped. I think Auburn actually can win this game. I think people are sleeping on Auburn. Moving on, Duke versus Houston. You got the number 1 adjusted offense, most efficient offense. You know, because some people were saying that this is not the best offense they've seen. So. Against the number 1 defense in the country. Will Sampson reach a title game, or will John Sire reach a title game in the third year? Mike, let us know your thoughts on this game.
I'm interested to see how Duke matches up with Houston's defense because I don't think they've played a defense like this in a long time. However, after watching, I know they played Arizona and Bama, and they're good teams. Both of the Bama's defense is iffy, but I mean, there was like no doubt any of those games that like something about this Duke team, and I hate that I'm switching up. But there's something about this Duke team that I think they're going to find a way. And Houston's coming off a blowout win against a top defense in Tennessee. I don't know. I don't see them. I like Duke, and I hate that I'm saying it.
Me too. I hate that you're saying that.
I'm sorry. That spread is crazy too. That opened up at 5.5.
Yeah. And honestly, for this game, I'm really worried about like Houston's defense for Duke. I feel like Houston has they have the athletes. I know Duke's already seen a lot of in the past couple of games, like a little bit of these types of athletes. But Calvin Sampson teaches his teams to like really rebound the ball and like really as a team. So that's another thing. So if this is the game that Tyrese Proctor doesn't make the shots that he's making and Khan doesn't make the shots that he's making, that just automatically tells me that Houston has the ball majority of the time and they're going to be possibly fighting back. But that's worst case scenario. I mean, Duke has been hooping. I mean, like I said, Tyrese has been doing his thing. The whole entire team's been doing their thing. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, in this, I mean, it's simple for me. It's Duke, but with the 5.5 spread, I mean, yeah, it's that's a little scary opening up at 5.5 though.
Y'all know where I'm going. I go against Duke every single round. I don't give a fuck. But the first round I told you, I didn't really think Arizona could win. I really think that Houston could win. I thought Bama had a shot. I really do think Houston can win.
No, you said Bama would win.
Yeah. I really thought Bama could win. I really did.
No, you said they will win the game. That's what you said.
But I thought that they could. What I'm saying is Houston is going to win. Like, you can go ahead and clip that. Houston is going to win. I am scared. I don't know who they're going to put on Cooper, and that kind of scares me a little bit. But I've seen Tyrese shy up. Khan is my boy, so, you know, I think Khan will show up, but you never know. I think I have the better guards. I think I have the more physical team. The game's in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah, fans will probably be 60-40. Duke fans should travel, but it should be a Houston crowd. 65-35, 60-40, just depends. But yeah, you know I'm going with the A's, man. Shout out them Cougs, man. Shout out LJ Cryer and all that.
I think I don't know. I think the funny part about this game, everyone talks about it's just like Duke's offense versus Duke's defense. Like, Houston still has to score against Duke's defense. I don't know if anyone else knows, but this is a top 5 defense in the sport. It's not like they're just not. It's not only like they're the number 1 offense in the sport. They're also a top 5 defense in the sport.
But
like,
I mean,
they are number 10 or 12 offensively, somewhere around there. But the Alabama guards that were supposed to be way better than the Duke guards were completely shut down. LJ Cryer is going to be, I think he's the most important key to this game. He has to have a good game. If he doesn't have a good game, it might look similar to the, game. Though Houston plays better defense, but their offense is not as good as Alabama's offense. And that offense got completely shut down. So they're going to have to make the game real ugly for me. I think Tugler will be guarding Cooper Flagg. I think that's just who you would put on Cooper Flagg, Tugler, or can't be Francis. I would never put Francis on him. It'd have to be Tugler.
It's gonna have to be Francis. It's gonna be Tugler or Francis. You ain't
Tugler and Francis. It's gonna have to be Tugler and Francis. I'm saying I wouldn't put Roberts on him. Roberts should never be on him. Roberts will get cooked. So, and then they like to blitz a lot of screens. Mind you, this Duke team is taller than them at every position, guard-wise. I think Roberts is Cooper's height, and that's their tallest player that they play. So, I mean, it's just going to be tough. They also haven't seen a team like Duke their entire, like, with this much length. So, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy to see. I know that Houston has crazy wristbands, but blitzing ball screens against Duke, this team doesn't turn over the ball that much. So I guess I'm not really worried about that. I just don't see how Houston is gonna be able to keep up scoring wise with Duke, and I think that they can play defense just as well. Like Tennessee got a lot of open shots during that game. They just can't shoot. They have Chaz Lanier. If Chaz Lanier can't hit a shot, no one's hitting a shot. You don't trust Sakai Ziegler. Mayshak, I've never trusted him in my life. Only on the defensive end. Milic, come on. Y'all don't trust Milic. Y'all don't trust.
I like Milic. I like him.
You don't trust Milic for real. You don't trust Milic for real. Gainey was getting a bucket. Gainey was getting a little bucket, and especially this game for Houston, I feel like just can't start off with Duke up 15-5. If Duke goes up by 10, I don't know if Houston's going to be able to come back, because then you got to break some of your defensive principles.
All right, James, let me ask you, how does Duke hypothetically lose this game, in your opinion? Like, what has to happen? Besides, don't say that they don't make shots, because anybody loses if they don't make shots.
It would have to be turning over the ball.
Okay. Definitely
Rebounding, because Houston likes to back tap a lot of shots that go up in the air. If they obviously just get a lot of second chance points, that would be my main concern. Second chance points for Houston. Like, you got to rebound the ball if you're Duke. You can't play smaller than what you are, and sometimes this team does not rebound to their height, I would say. That's like something that would scare me against Florida. So mainly second chance points and just taking care of the ball. Besides that, if Duke plays their game and their offense is good enough to generate a good look for them most of the time down the court.
What about you, Mike?
But you said, obviously, if the team's missing shots, and then that's just an anomaly.
That's anything. Yeah, anything.
That's just anything.
Do you think if
I think it does help that they did play in a football stadium, though, but it wasn't in the middle of the football stadium.
If Malawach gets in trouble, if Malawach gets in foul trouble, like he hasn't really gotten in foul trouble in this tournament, maybe a little bit against Arizona.
Yeah.
I feel like these are the best bigs that he's going to face all tournament too, no? I'm not the Houston bigs are better than Bama. Arizona had 4 fouls again. Like they drew 4 fouls.
Houston bigs are like how much better than Bama? Because Grant Nelson is a offensive threat that can get you in foul trouble, and Cliff Amorie, and then you have a couple of bigs on their team. Who's that big that banged like 2 threes to start off the game? I can't remember. Diabate's nice. They have more bigs than what's it called? Offensively, I guess if you're thinking of foul trouble, but defensively, Malawach just catches lobs. It's not like we're throwing it to the post.
I know. I'm just talking about like from the rebounding standpoint. Like,
they're definitely better
defensively. He's not on there. He's not out there. Is there going to be a lot of second chance opportunities? Probably.
I feel like in games where we really need rebounding, I think Cooper Flagg usually does well rebounding. But I think Malik Brown will also be a lot more healthy this week.
That's true. True. About him.
Anyways, what are your predictions for this game? I know you guys kind of gave it away, but what are your score predictions? What do you guys think the score will be?
It's gonna be like 72 to 64. Duke.
I'm thinking it's about like a 80 to like 70 or 64 point like for Houston. If I had to take a guess on that, so Duke win though.
I'll tell you right now, if Houston give up 80 points, they're gonna lose by like a lot. I think the game will probably be like 65-61 Houston. If we can keep it like there, we got a shot.
Yeah, I don't know when's the last time Duke has scored less than 70 points with Cooper Flagg on the floor. This Houston team is good enough to do that. So I would probably say like 74-60. 67. Duke wins.
I'm about to look at.
I don't feel like. I feel like once we start getting into the 70 ball range of scores, that like if you told me both teams are going to score 70, I'd probably be like Duke probably won.
Yeah.
Or if like a team was going to score 70.
My bold prediction for this game, I think Milos Uzan has a really big game. All around, defensively, offensively. Like, I feel like he's going to have a really, really good game this game. Because he's a PTP.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, that's why they're going to win. Because he's going to have a good game. LJ going to step up, and they're going to play hard, and they're going to out tough y'all, and then they're going to win, and they're going to lose to my Florida Gators. Yes,
we did play them last year when they were supposed to out tough us, and they held their own. We were significantly softer.
Nah, I think this team is better than last year's team. Last year's team had Jamal Shea. I feel like this one is just more. They shoot a little bit better, and they're more like round. And I think didn't Jamal Shea play bad last year?
No, he got hurt.
Oh yeah, he got hurt. That's what happened. I don't even remember.
It was still close when he got hurt. He just got hurt. I was like, oh.
If you had to guess what Duke's team total is, what would you guess for it to be? Like if you were to bet on their team total
right now?
Yeah,
I feel like 84.5. If I take a wild guess,
nah,
it's probably like 76.
72.
What if I told you it was 70.5? Would you be worried?
Nah.
No,
you should be.
That's what it is.
I wouldn't be worried because I don't think that I don't think that Houston's gonna score more than 70.
What's Houston's team total?
65.5.
65.
Yeah.
70 is crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I get 70 is kind of crazy.
Do you think
70.
us scoring 70 is crazy?
No, I think the team total being that low, 70.5 is crazy because the over just looks absolutely free.
What's the over?
Yeah.
Like
the
Well, you
over
gotta think
70.5 looks free.
You got to think they're in a
Everybody's
football
gonna be
stadium.
That too, yeah.
So the depth perception is a little different. I don't know how much that plays into effect. I don't know how many days they get to practice in that arena.
That's true.
With the depth perception. So it's like, I don't know. And then like, Final Four, first couple of minutes, people are just anxious.
Yeah.
But you might not get a lot of scoring at first.
I mean, last time Duke scored under 70.5 is December 17th.
Like y'all said, this is the number one defense. It
is a good defense. It is a good defense. I don't know. I just feel like that's low for them.